When I was in between 2 and 3, I started to speak in whole sentences. I would say the sentences softly to myself, and when they seemed right, I would say them out loud. Although most of the boys in my class wanted to become soldiers, I didn't. While everyone cheered for them, I cringed. I hated the way they walked. I thought they always looked so rigid. When I was 16, I went to my family doctor to get an excuse to leave school. The next day, I got expelled from high school because having the excuse in my pocket made me pay even less attention. The next day, I went to join my family in Italy. When I was trying to get into a school in Zurich, Switzerland, I failed the entrance exam badly in French, chemistry, and biology, but did so well in maths and physics, they let me retake the test. While I was studying physics at the Zurich Institute, I met my lover Marek and we got married in 1903. When I finished in Zurich University, I got a job as a lecturer in physics. I loved my job and got satisfaction from expressing my ideas to my students. At age 35, I published my paper on the general theory of relativity and the theory that light bends. 1 year later, I was diagnosed with a stomach ulcer that my cousin Elsa helped me with. I soon divorced my lover and married Elsa. We were together for 17 years until her death in 1936. During the 1920s, I gave lots of lectures around the world. I was also very famous because of my views on politics and peace. In 1933, Hitler put my name on a list of enemies just because I was Jewish and against fascism and war. Even though I created the formula for the nuclear bomb, I never wanted it to be used. I wrote a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt telling him the dangers of using the bomb. Unfortunately, even though I said not to, the US still dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. In 1922, I was invited to become president of Palestine because of all the work I did there. But I declined the offer because I wanted to stay out of the world of politics as much as possible. I also won the 1921 Nobel Prize in 1922. On October 17, 1933, Elsa and I left Germany for a new life in the United States. The next year, I was invited to work in a university in Princeton, New Jersey. There was where I became a lecturer in physics for the second time. In the late 1940s, I was suspected of having communist sympathies, so I was inspected by the FBI. I continued with my scientific research until April 1955, when I collapsed onto the floor and was rushed to a hospital. I peacefully passed away in my sleep that night in the hospital. I was 76, and on my bedside table were the calculations I worked on overnight. I'm glad to know that I won Person of the Century in 1990.